3, 2, 1.
Wow. Hey. Welcome back to another episode of Critical James Theory. I am your host, James Knight, James B. Knight, if you're nasty. And we're back in the studio for a little solo episode, if you haven't noticed today. But that's okay. We've got some fire guests coming up in the coming weeks, possibly even a new studio. But before we get into what I want to talk about today, make sure you give us a subscription on YouTube. You can find this show at youtube.com/@jamesb.knight. And you can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts too, like Spotify and Apple Music, most importantly. Spotify, if you could give us a follow there and a like or 5 stars, whatever, but greatly help. I want to start doing ads, earn a little paper, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. At the very least, just give us a sub on YouTube. That means a lot. Give us a couple views. I'm a bucket hat guy now, if you haven't noticed. So that's a thing that I never thought I'd say. But I feel like I feel like it's okay. I feel like it works. I feel like it fits. I feel like it fits my demeanor. You know, the older I get, the more and more I want to look like an 80s drug dealer. But it's all good. I set up the studio by myself today. Give me a round of applause for that. I usually call my unofficial engineer, Alec, to help me out. And this was the first week that I didn't do that. And I'm very proud of myself. So thanks, Alec, for all your help. And I'll take it from here. Oh, man. We got some fire guests coming up in the coming weeks, too. I don't want to spoil it, but if you're into the Philadelphia comedy scene, these are some big gets. But I'm going to catch up on a couple things that have been going on with me. Everything pissed me off today, so that's great. On the way here, drank way too much coffee and had to pee. So as a result, every red light took 20 minutes. Every fucking white girl from Drexel took too long to cross the street, right? So everything just pissed me off. And not only that, like, remember there's the ongoing saga of the front door guy at this place not liking me. Today, he actually said words to me. He actually said full sentences to me. But despite the multi-months that I've been coming here, not only teaching and recording here, today was the first day he decided to not let me up without an escort, because this is a building where you need like a pass to go to. And like, Lisa, the goodly Lisa, who, lets us use this space, Crossroads, staple, Crossroads Comedy Theater staple, Lisa. Yeah, usually it's just like, oh yeah, I'm here for Lisa, or I'm here with Lisa. And he'll just be like, oh, he'll send us in. Today he was like, nope, you need to have her come down. And it pissed me off. Fucking pissed me off. And while he was explaining himself, I walked away while he was still talking. I don't care. Fuck you, dude. You'll never see this, but I hope that you do. I hope that you search my name. I hope you dislike me so much that you search my name and you find this. Fuck you, Mr. Kevin. You fucking cocksucker. Okay. I'm going to work on my anger management. It's something I definitely need to do. Man, not much has been going on. Work stinks, as usual. Looking for a new job. I had a hangout not too long ago with some old neighbor friends of mine. Very nice people. I don't know if I talked about them on here before. White people. Very, very chaotic house. But I like, even though I'm not a chaotic person, I do like hanging with chaotic people in short bursts, only because it gives me something to like laugh at. You know what I mean? It gives me something to like wax silly in my head. And they were already pretty chaotic with like two kids and, just the energy in that house. But one thing I wanted to talk about and I got reacquainted with was white people and indoor dogs, house dogs. White people, hey, why do you choose the biggest dogs to have in the house, huh? The largest, sloppiest, most chaotic, don't know their own size dogs to be in the house. Why is that? It's got to be something that Dr. Yakub put in your DNA. Like it's nuts. They had one dog, right? The one dog I can manage. One dog I can keep your eye on and kind of watch where it's going, make sure it doesn't lick me, because boy, will a dog absolutely try to lick you at all costs, at all times when you try to not be licked. You know what I mean? Real quick, I learned that dogs that do that are badly trained, because you can train a dog not to do that. And most people, because they're idiots, they don't train the dog. I'm not calling these folks idiots, but I'm not calling them idiots. I love them very much. They're very nice people. But you can train dogs to not be like that, but most people just don't do that because they're lazy. And lo and behold, they have two now. They have two big-ass dumb dogs. All they do is follow each other around the house and try to lick your legs and try to lick you when you're just trying to eat crabs. And people think it's like cute. People see that I let myself. I am very upfront with my discomfort. Very upfront. I'm like, I don't want to be licked. Can you please keep your dog like at bay? They never do. Especially when like one of the kids, he's not a kid, he's 20-something years old, but I think he's a little Aspergery or autistic or whatever. And he just kept saying, let's bring the dogs in the house. Let's bring the dogs in the house, because he doesn't have that thing that lets him know like, oh, someone else is not comfortable with this. Let me pump the brakes. He's just like, no, I'm hyper focused on this. Let him in the house. So I spent an entire Sunday eating free crabs, mind you, which I'm very thankful for. Even though I don't really care for crabs because it's so much work for very little payoff, and you're apparently not supposed to eat the lungs. No one tells you that. No one tells you what the meat is in there. They just say, have at it. And then while I'm fucking five crabs deep, and after I've now eaten 5 sets of lungs, they're like, oh, you probably shouldn't eat the lungs because they might do something to you. I'm like, do what? They're like, I don't know, something. Huh? But some good did come out of it outside of free food. I was reintroduced to conspiracy theory guys. When I say reintroduced, it's not that I had lost touch with them, but I do a pretty good job at curating my personal life and not having like conspiracy theory guys who actually believe the conspiracy theories in my circle. Like I can fuck around and talk conspiracy theories, like, cause if we're being silly and we're having a silly goose time or whatever the fuck, like I can fuck with that. Like I can play along. I can yes and that to the cows come home, because that's fun. But when you start meaning it, when you start meaning it, my God. So this thing that kept happening, we're watching preseason football, right? And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he just opens up TikTok, volume full blast, and just starts playing conspiracy theory videos. And periodically, every other video, he would go like this. Just to see if I would bite. Just to see if it was like a conversation starter. Just to see, if we could talk about anything conspiracy theory wise, because I guess he's really into conspiracy theories, our friend's husband. Normally I would have bit, but I know deep down in my heart that he believes these. Like, he truly believes these. Like, he truly believes in Pizzagate. Like, he really believes it. Like, I was trying not to be obvious while he was doing this, but while he was looking back and forth, swiping through, I took the time to write down some of the conspiracy theories, and I thought that I would share. Are you ready? So, one of them was August 18th is supposed to be No Shadow Day. No Shadow Day, you ask? What's that, James? Well, I'll tell you. Apparently, No Shadow Day is supposed to be a day where no one's supposed to see their shadow. I paid attention on August 18th. Saw all types of shadows. There was countless Epstein Island theories. We all know those. I don't have to go through them. There was a few angels saving soldiers' lives stories. As cockamamie as that is. Here's some of my favorites, though. This is the one he actually started with because he thought that I would bite because, black guy, rap music, Ice Cube. Maybe, right? So he said, they're coming after Ice Cube and trying to take away the big three. They're coming for him. Why is it always there with these fucking conspiracy theory guys? It's always this ominous they. They're coming for us. They're coming for our kids. They're. Who's they, man? You know what I mean? And like when you ask them too, they'll be like, you know who they are. No, I fucking don't. All right? I don't. I genuinely don't know, and I wish that you'd be more informed enough to tell me who they are. But you can't. You know why? Because you're not informed on anything. Okay? Otherwise, you wouldn't believe in conspiracy theories, man. These are some of my favorites. I saved the best for last, okay? I don't know which one I like better. So I don't know if they're everywhere, but on the East Coast, there was this infestation of these little red bugs, right? I forget what they're called, lantern flies, I think. And all over the news, they were like, for the past couple of years, they were like, when you see these out in the summertime, make sure you step on them, make sure you kill them because they can affect a certain crop or, trees or whatever. Like, they're not native to around here and they do a lot of damage to the ecosystem. So you'll see like bug carcasses all over the city and shit during this time of the year. This TikTok in particular said those little red bugs, the lanternflies, the killing, the news telling us to kill the lanternflies is a grand conspiracy because those bugs cure cancer. I fucking love it, dude. I love it. It took everything in me to not laugh, right? Everything in me not to laugh. I think this one might be my favorite. The moon is an artificial satellite from another solar system. That's one that I hadn't heard before. That's a new one. That one caught me off guard. That one shocked me. The moon, look, I'll hear you out on the moon landing wasn't real. I'll hear you out. It's stupid, but I'll have a conversation about it. But the moon being an artificial satellite from another solar system, I've got to tip my hat to that one. That takes the dumb award right there. That takes the stupid cake, right? That's got a whole cake with a derp face on it, right? That's the short bus of conspiracy theories right there. But you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. I like hanging out with these motherfuckers. Because it keeps me on my toes. It keeps me informed about what people are thinking and believing and making me feel smarter. I fucking love it, man. I fucking love it. I'm glad that I'm friends with these types of folks, man. More. I think I tweeted about this or something. Like, for a little bit, my TikTok algorithm thought I was a Dr. Sebi nigga. If you are unfamiliar with a Dr. Sebi nigga is, you first have to look back and see who's Dr. Sebi, right? Dr. Sebi, and I use the word doctor loosely, is this dude from Honduras named Alfredo. His government name is Alfredo. I don't know where. Let me see. Dr. Sebi, right? So let's see what his, no, not Dr. Ebby, Dr. Sebi. Alfredo Bowman, right? Alfredo Darrington Bowman, also known as Dr. Sebi, was a self-proclaimed Honduran herbalist healer. And if we go back into like pop culture, he's associated with like Nipsey Hussle. He's associated with Left Eye. Like I think Left Eye was visiting him in Honduras when she died or something. So there's all types of already conspiracy theories circling around that shit, right? This guy, first of all, Wikipedia has his occupation as herbalist and witch doctor. Guy, knock it off, right? 17 kids. Know those types. I think the video that I had, that I brought up, that came up on my feed was, I think, Dr. Sebi's son, right? I'm going to play some of this. I don't know how much of it I can play, but I'll play some of it.
Your lungs and high cholesterol, and it's downhill from there.
Play again, dude. No, I don't want. No. Why won't you work technology? Okay, not now.
Program to eat on a westernized level. We're okay with eating white rice. We're okay with using white garlic. You okay with using, white cauliflower as a substance of nutrition?
We're not supposed to eat cauliflower.
No,
Number
that's
one.
That's genetically modified in the laboratory. Why are we eating cauliflower?
So broccoli's not real either.
Broccoli's not real. Stop it right there. Don't need to hear anything else. Broccoli's not real. Cauliflower is not real. Okay. Right? Okay. Like, what do you say to that? What do you say when someone looks you dead in your face and says broccoli's not real? Carrots aren't real. That's what he said. Broccoli's not real. Carrots not real. Cauliflower's not real. That's what he said. That's what he fucking said. With a straight face. You can get on the internet and say anything, dude. Anything. And it's... Oh, fuck. So, if you're watching this and you happen to be a Dr. Sebi nigga, listen. There's nothing wrong with eating healthy. There's nothing wrong with eating plants. There's nothing wrong with eating fruits. It's good for you, right? But to sit there and say that broccoli and cauliflower aren't real, I looked up. I just did just a smidge of research. Not even a lot of research, just a little bit of research. Not being real, claiming something isn't real is not equal to what is called selective plant breeding, okay? That's how things like broccoli and cauliflower and some carrots are made. Now, I'm no expert. I just did a little research, like I said. But just for the little research, it's called selective plant breeding, meaning they just breed X amount of plants together, which creates broccoli, cauliflower, whatever the case. That doesn't mean that it's not real. You're taking two real things and combining them. You're taking two real vegetables, combining them to make another real vegetable. You don't take two real vegetables, combine them, and then it magically makes something that's not real. You fucking mooks, man. Like, I think in this video too, the motherfucker claimed, I know the truth. I know what's real. Right? First of all, when anybody tells you that they know the truth or what is real, run as far as you can the other way. Because having grown up in a cult-like environment, these type of people that say that they know the truth behind something, and that only they know the truth behind something, and only they know the real, they're cult leaders in training. Just steer for your own good. Just steer far away from them. Second of all, and more importantly, Dr. Sebi's dead, man. And he died of pneumonia. You know what I mean? Dying's not funny, of course. Dying from pneumonia isn't funny either. But for somebody that claims that they know, the guy who claimed that HIV isn't the cause of AIDS, and that he could cure AIDS with a cantaloupe, when he dies of regular ass pneumonia, you've got to see the irony in that. You've got to see the irony in that. And I absolutely love bringing that up to Dr. Sebi dudes, because first of all, when you bring it up to them, their only defense is like, well, that's what they want you to do. It's always, again, we go back to they. They always want you to do. They always want you to. It's insane. Because they still don't know who they is. I guess it's they, the government or something like that. They don't want the cure for cancer to come out because he had it. Did he? Did he, dog? Apparently he had like he would treat people overseas and shit. But it was never like regular motherfuckers. It was always like rich people. It was always like his clientele list was like Lisa Left Eye Lopez, Steven Seagal, John Travolta, Eddie Murphy, Michael Jackson, Nipsey Hussle, right? Hey, man, maybe help some regular people out. See, that's what people don't even really. They focus on the wrong things. They don't focus on the fact that his clientele wasn't even regular people. It was rich ass, wealthy millionaire, maybe even billionaire people who could afford to sink money into these cockamamie bird brain diets. You know what I mean? They had the money to throw away at him, and he, being a witch doctor, was right there to take it. You know what I mean? No one ever thinks about that side of the coin. That he never really was like, hey, let me help out the layman. He was always selling something to the layman and to the and overselling to the multi-billionaire and millionaire. So take with that information what you will. Wow, this podcast is this podcast even funny? I'm just angry today. I'm just angry. Some of his followers question the circumstances of his death and arrest. They claim that there was a conspiracy to silence him because his teachings differed from the medical establishment and threatened the pharmaceutical industry. I'm so sure. Hey, guy, Maybe you could have cured your pneumonia with a banana. Alfredo Bowman. Fuck out of here, dude. Let's see if he picks up. Yo,
What's up?
what's happening, man?
Not a whole hell of a lot. I'm just talking about how many shrooms we did today.
Well,
I'm doing shrooms every day. Let's go.
well,
We gotta catch up.
well, yeah, we got to catch up. I wanted to call you because I'm in my studio doing an episode of the pod solo,
Oh, hell yeah.
and I've got I don't have any guests this week, so I was just calling for you to be an impromptu guest over the phone.
Oh my God, let's go right now.
Well,
I got fuck all going on else right, man. I'm just trying to find a job.
hell yeah, you know what? Me too. Trying to find a different one.
Yeah, you trying to get out of the spot you're at?
Yeah. It got so bad I applied for a job with an IT job with the fucking Eagles, dude.
Yo, I'm saying, why the fuck not?
Why not? Why not let the enemy pay me? You know what I mean?
The enemy. No, dude. I mean, look, the NFL has to have DEI, and like, it's like, hello, like Cowboys fan, great stories, like South Jersey Eagles fan, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, go Birds. Like, dog, yeah, that's got you written all over. Meanwhile, I'm out here like trying to get a job at the fucking grocery co-op as a part-time cashier.
Look, dog, if it pays more than what I'm making, I might do it. At this point,
it'll probably pay like 17, but but then I'm thinking like I might try to get that job at WHYY because it's like Monday through Friday and it's like part-time, and I think it's like 20 to 23. But like, here's the thing: it's like you interviewed for that job, and I'm at the point in my life where I will walk in there and be like, I do not see myself here in 5 years. I am trying to open a venue. I need a steady source of income and access to health care.
just way too honest.
Yeah, and I am entirely overqualified for this job, but please help. You know, that's where I'm at. I'm just like, damn, I really want to be a line cook, but I can't find a line cook that's not going to want to take me like every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah. And I'm still trying to throw shows. So,
didn't you? I was being nosy. Have you been playing baseball?
Bruh. Yes, I have.
Tell me about it.
I've been tearing it the fuck up.
Like are you in a league?
All right, so I joined a travel team. You know Doc Ellis, the pitcher, the pitcher. Yeah,
he took a lot of drugs and played a I pitched it. I mean, did he pitch a no-hitter or something on drugs on LSD?
He's the no-no. He's the no-no guy.
Yeah.
On LSD, yeah. So, so the Doc Ellis League is like a league of sandlot ball that has like, I don't know, like a half dozen or so teams in it, all up and down the East Coast. And Philly straight up has 4 teams at this point. Like, and like the King Sesson Wreckers or the Quaker City Cryptids or ready for this one? The South Philly 95ers.
Oh my God. I don't hate it though.
But so no, I'm on the West Philly Waste.
That's probably the best name of the bunch.
I mean, I think it's the best name of the bunch. It's like the Cryptids is the specifically like trans and queer one,
right?
And like their uniforms look great, and like, but I'm like, like they don't have enough players to travel all the time,
right?
Whereas like Waste has like 11 players, and I went to a practice last week just because I'm like, damn, I'm just trying to fucking have a catch with somebody. Like, is like miserably difficult time. Like, no one on the dating apps is just like, hey, what's up? Translating to have a catch with somebody. They're like, what? Like, do you have a cock? Like, they're just like, so I go to the Woodland fucking like baseball park. You know, I like got a pair of cleats. You know, like got a like a bat and helmet, you know, bought a wood bat, and I roll up to the team, they're doing fungo practice, which is like to say like somebody is just hitting, ropes, piss missiles at like, shortstop and second base, and there's like 3 or 4 people at short and second, someone at first, and they're just doing routine ground ball practice. You know what I mean? Like, and I roll up and I'm like, hey, how's it going? Can I join y'all? And they were like, yeah, what's your name? And I was like, MJ. They're like, MJ, where do you play? And I was like, second. I can also catch. And they were like, second. so then I went out there, and I just like immediately started like, oh shit, like, oh yeah, these fucking fast twitch muscles that I haven't used in 20 fucking years are suddenly being like tagged, because in like certain areas of my life, I always had that air quote explosiveness until I stopped sports, and then I started developing what's called slow twitch muscles. I know you probably know about this from conditioning, blah blah blah, and it's like, so slow twitch muscles are great for endurance and longevity. They're good for like distance runners, and like I ride a bike, and I can take some cuts, but I do not have fucking AB explosiveness. You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
right. You're not 13 and Logan and shit.
No, I'm not. So I played the field pretty well. I made some really nice plays at 2. And they're like, MJ, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, and then I went up to bat, and I was hitting fucking, like, oh my God, dude, dick nukes. Like, just the fucking...
dick nukes and piss missiles.
I mean, I tell you what, it was the first time I used a wood bat in my entire life, and the sound off of it was just like poetry. I was like, damn. I can hit balls all fucking day long. Put the ball in play. And so they're like, what are you doing this weekend? It's like last Tuesday.
Yeah. And
I'm like, I don't know why. They're like, because we have 2 games, and we have 8 people.
And you're like, now you got 9.
And basically, I mean, yeah, that's what it turned out to. We went to New Haven We like drove through Stamford. That's why I sent you the picture of the WWE building.
Yeah, yep.
But we went to New Haven to play a team. It was their first game in the league, so like 25 people showed up. Like, nice. Mad fans were there.
My question is, did you win?
So here's what I love about this league, right? It's 7-inning games. You get 3 swinging strikes. There's no called strikes. And no walks. It's like the only walk is like if you get hit by the pitch. Fair. So you basically are at the behest of someone to throw you strikes. If someone's throwing strikes, you're going to have some 4D1 players that are like able to put the ball in the outfield. And most of the time, the person's not throwing strikes because they're like throwing in the dirt, they're throwing it everywhere. Like the catcher calls the game. There's no ump. And the way you bat is like everyone on the team bats in a loop, even if 9 players are playing in the field. You feel me? Yeah. So if you have 15 people show up, your batting order is 1 through 15. Damn. Whereas so like a little, a couple of like rules things that I was like, okay, that's not normal baseball. Like that's cool. That's the Doc Ellis League rules or whatever. Sure. So to get, I'm beating a dead horse. We lost both games. But here's what's truly spectacular about how awesome the weekend was. In the first game, I got on base 3 times. I scored 2 runs. Okay. I made like a handful of plays. Okay. At like 2 and at 1. Our team put up 8 runs.
That's not nothing.
Our bats were alive. Our bats were hot.
Yeah, that's not nothing.
And I had 2 infield hits. Like literally like fucking. So here's what happens. The very first play of the game was a pop-up to second base. I was on second base. As soon as it went up, I exploded off of the ground, or off of like my stance, because I was, I'm all hungry to hop the trot out there, like got something to prove or some shit. Right. And like I blew up. I swear to God, I blew up both my quads. James Knight, as honest as I'm standing here right now, the insides of my thighs looks like fucking Joe Rogan that did boxing drills. I'm gonna send you pictures of my thighs, dog. It looks like I got tattoos.
Hell yeah! I'm gonna put them up on the video, on the pod, on the video.
No, I want you to, because and here's the thing: it's like those bruises are not even from what I really do believe was like tearing like my quadriceps and my hamstrings, and like, so I was like, oh shit, how am I gonna run the rest of this game?
Send those pictures.
So here's what's great about that first game. We scored 8 runs.
Mm-hmm.
We lost 9-8. They actually walked us off.
All right.
They walked us off on an error made by me.
Ooh.
I made the final last play an error that lost us the game.
Hey, look, that's your intro to the team, man.
And that's like, it's just like, it was so funny because everyone was like, just like, so clearly not angry at me. They were so grateful that I came. They just doubled down on their kindness. They were just like, but you could just tell underneath all of them, they were like, son of a goddamn.
Fucking new guy blew it.
and they were like, damn, all right, so tomorrow we got a game in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
We're staying at some guy's house in Connecticut. I'm like, where am I sleeping? On the floor of this basement? All right. Like, I'm on tour. This is like, my quads are like bleeding. Like, it feels like it was some of the most painful muscle tensions I've ever felt in my life. I don't actually think I tore them.
Right.
But I literally pulled them and strained them so quickly and so instantaneously that like the whole rest of the weekend running was so hard.
Damn.
And I'm like, damn, I gotta play a second game tomorrow? What the fuck was I thinking?
So you got so like in Brooklyn, was it just one game or 2 games?
In Brooklyn, it was just one. The other team that showed up only had like 13 players.
Mm-hmm.
That game, I hit like 2 rockets, like a line drive over the third baseman's head. I was 2 for 3, and the third one was a fielder's choice. Like, I hit the ball to the shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
Shortstop got the guy out who was running the second, and then they threw it to first, but I was safe. So, like, that's not a hit because it's called a fielder's choice.
Okay. All right.
So, but in the second game in Brooklyn, I made the most spectacular defensive play of the game.
Talk to me about it.
It's like top 4. We're up at this point like 8-3. Again, we scored 8 runs in the second game. Our bats were hot. Guy pops up. It's like shallow right field, behind second base, behind first base, right? So it's kind of like one of those, like, could be one of 3 people's balls. And I'm like, oh, shit, I can get this. So I'm like, mine. I'm screaming, mine. The first baseman runs to the bag, and I hear the footsteps of the right fielder. Now, the right fielder, I swear to you, as I'm standing here in my house, James Knight, the right fielder can only be described as a black gay pirate.
Fair. All right.
Named Joseph, who was wearing, like, a cock ring necklace. He's on the team. Like, this guy is like, just like, hold on, mate, my phone's blowing up. Grinder. Fuck him. I'm like, damn, this dude rules.
So he caught the ball with his cock. Go on.
So no, I hear him coming in and you know, calling it is like it is. He's absolutely pound for pound the worst player on this. He's like he doesn't know how to catch the ball. It's like he's like not paying attention when you're throwing balls. I mean, he's like it's an accident waiting to happen. Is that man? And so I'm like, mine, right? And I like literally reach out at the last minute and I catch it like on the run, like over my head, like sort of like it's like it was like a half wide receiver thing. So like I was running, I'm right-handed, so my glove's in my left hand, if you can visualize it, right?
Yeah.
Facing home plate, the ball is hit behind me to my back left, right? So I'm running with my glove hand out.
Yep.
Like that's the one closest to the ball. And at the last moment, I'm like, shit, I ran too far. So I kind of just like run through myself and catch it. and like just take a like crazy like tumble like into the grass because like the gravity of the ball coming down brings my hand down so hard like that I'm like, oh shit. And I'm wearing green glasses, so my glasses go flying into the grass. And then, like, I'm on the ground, and I do the thing where I, like, hold the glove up, and, like, and everyone, like, loses it. Like, this is what's cool about Doc Ellis League. Both days we lost the games, and both days we were cheering the other team on. They were cheering us on. They were calling out good plays. They were like, you hit a ball, you get to the base, the first baseman's like, yo, way to rip, kid, way to rip. It's like everyone, I don't know, it just seems like everyone is, like, into preserving that kind of little community thing. And I was very surprised. I was very surprised that, like, nobody was, like, outwardly racist or homophobic or, you know, super triggery. You know, no one was sitting there being like, you know what I love? I love just beating women.
Well, that's a given, you know.
Motherfuckers just be like that sometimes. It's like, damn, no, I'm not trying to be around people that are just like, you know what's funny? A child abuse.
Right. Let me show you this video of this dude dying.
Let me show you faces of death. So no, like after I made that play, the whole rest of the game, every player was like, "Yo, great catch out at second. Holy shit!"
Hell yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, dude, thanks." When we were like going through the line at the end, the catcher was like, "Yo, awesome play at 2." And I was like, "Yeah."
Fuck yeah.
But it was fun as shit. We ended up getting like blown out that second game. Their bats came alive in a later inning, and here's the rub. The captain of our team, dude named Carlo, he's like an amp builder from West Philly, and he's playing shortstop. I'm at second,
right,
and ball's hit on a rope to him, so there's like an easy play at 2. We are going to get out of the inning. It's 2 down, man on first, and I'm like 2 because it's like a 5-foot throw, right? He misthrows. He throws it to my right, so I have to come off the bag, but my glove hand is on my left. So I reach for it with my right hand, and it whiffs right past my middle finger. And that error allows 5 more runs to come in afterwards.
Dude.
Like not on that play, right? Like that just was like, ooh, that was the turning point. And then they went ahead, and then they ended up beating us by like 8 runs. It was like, we got shellacked.
Well, can't nobody say you're not active. You know what I mean? That's the most important thing. You're active.
What, man, it's like
you're in the game.
Yeah, dude, I'm putting the ball in play. I'm doing the reps. I feel like I called Mike Tyson a sissy, you know, like. but I mean, I'm standing up. I'm doing the thing. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to West Virginia at the beginning of September to play in the Doc Ellis League World Series.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Fuck yeah.
So yeah, I mean, not to take a long story short, but yeah, I've been playing baseball.
Fuck yeah! I tell you what, man. If for nothing else, when I call, I know there's gonna be some content coming.
I always have something for you. I just yeah.
Dude, I miss you. I'm gonna I don't know what you're doing Sunday.
Sunday? I think we're just gonna be around here. We're just gonna be in Philly.
I may trek. I may trek. Alex has been away. Alex is coming back on Sunday evening. So I might just hang out. I might just do an early hang and just hang out.
Yeah, I'd be down with that. Let me see. That's fucking. Here's the thing. You come by on the 27th. We could celebrate my birthday.
Oh hell yeah! Because that's the 29th. I just saw it in my calendar.
And on the 29th, I'm just like working with some lawyer.
No, that's fun.
And they're like a 50-something-year-old lesbian. So
I think you told me about them before. Yeah. Hell yeah!
And I'll send you those pictures of the bruises. And hopefully see you Sunday.
Send them. Give Becca the middle finger.
I will. Bye.
And that's the pod, baby. Oh man, listen. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe. Listen to us on all the platforms, specifically Spotify. Give us a follow and 5 stars. Next week, we're going to have a guest. I don't know if we'll be in a new studio. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But if not, you'll see the same red background next week. God, I got to figure out a sign-off. A better sign-off. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, peace. Until next time, later.